Hey guys, välkommen. It has been a while now. Fuumuui reached out and asked me if I wanted to try some of their brushes, and I said yes, please. I have been seeing commercials for these needlepoint brushes for a while now. You know how it is. Once you click on an ad, and then that's basically the only thing you see. And yeah, so this video I will be painting with these brushes. So I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not paid to do this. They send me the brushes, so I did not pay for the brushes. But the review is gonna be totally my own. It's not that they're paying me to say something specific about the brushes. And we will start today by just doodling around with a micron pen on paper. You could take a pencil as well. Take something that is waterproof. And I will start out with one of, I think it was the size 10 of the Fuumuui needlepoint brushes. And I just start to add in some color. This might be the sea blue black, maybe. I have random colors on my palette, so I'm not 100% certain which one I used, but I think this was the sea blue black by Rockwell, Canada. And what I like is that they really have a fine tip. They hold a lot of color in the body, and it's basically a combination of a bigger brush, and then in the middle there is this small liner. And I did look on their homepage. The small liner in the middle is synthetic, and the bigger part is squirrel. So it is a combination of real hair and synthetic. That is something you have to keep in mind should you be interested in. And oh yeah, I will write it in the caption as well. If you go to their homepage and use the code Marlene20, you will get 20% off of your order. I'm continuing with a bit more purplish color. I'm playing a bit with the complementary colors here, a bit more yellowish, and then I have the purple here. By the way, I have a new microphone. I hope it does make a difference. Before I think my very first video, I just used the phone, and then I used one of these little tiny microphones, and now I got another one. I hope the sound quality is good. But I mean, you've never complained that you can't hear what I'm saying before, so. And I fill this last little bubble, or what you want to call it, with something yellowish. Adding pine trees. A bit more darker colors. Adding roots. Root sounds like Groot. I am Groot. If you haven't seen those movies, I can recommend them. I like them all. I don't even know what they're called. Galaxy, something Galaxy. No, I can't recall. But I mean, if one just Googles Groot, you will find it immediately, so. And I really like that character. I'm adding more small branches. I think it makes a big difference if you only make them very loosely or if you give it a bit of detail. Putting a bigger pine tree in the middle. I had no plan whatsoever. This is basically just doodling around. The lines that you do in the beginning should be very just intuitively, you could even do it circles or whatever shape you like. And this kind of painting style reminds me a little bit of storytelling. It is, you have like these different little scenarios, different little bubbles, maybe with a little story in each of them and something that combines them. In the first one I made, I put 2 little foxes and a little red balloon and a little heart in one corner, and it's just, I don't know, it was just fun to do that. Here I am. This is I've speeded this up. I do not draw this quickly. But I drew in a little deer, and now I'm filling it in. And for that I have the size 4 needlepoint brush, and it worked really well for that too. Filling in a bit more brown, and here I added little traces, deer traces. So we have these forest scenarios, and we have some birds flying, we have the deer, and now I'm putting a border around it. Oops, I think that was a frame there that wasn't edited correctly, but it's fine. Putting a tiny little heart. This could be something from a, I don't know, children's book maybe, and a little balloon. Oh, if you hear something in the background, that's my kids roaming around in the kitchen. I just went out and said, I am doing a voiceover now, you need to be quiet. And everybody's, yes, yes. And 5 minutes later, everybody has forgotten about it. At least they're not fighting. So this is it. This is the result. And I did a bit more finishing. Wasn't super happy about it. Sometimes when you call it a day and, oh, I think I'm happy, leave the painting, come back a couple of hours later or even a day later, and then you look at it again and you might just feel that, maybe I should add something more or redo something. Oftentimes I think with watercolor it means adding more pigment, because I thought this was a bit too pale, so I added more pigments to make the foreground a bit darker and even more smaller branches. If you head over to Instagram, there is a little reel that I made just for Instagram. I have a hard time recording because it's like totally different formats. The Instagram has like, YouTube is horizontal and reels are upright, right? So I just made a little reel there too, if you want to go and check there. So these are my two paintings. I think I don't know, maybe it's like a postcard, or I'm not sure that this really is art that you put in a frame and put on the wall. I mean, of course you could. Um, but yeah, maybe if you make a card out of it. This is another brush. They send 4 or 5 of those too. Those are long liner brushes, and I can quickly show how they work too. I think I would, if I only were to get one of all these, I would get the needlepoint liner size 4. I really love that one. These were great too, but I'm not sure that I will use them as much as the others. But if you are someone who likes to paint grass and straws, I think these would be really great. I saw someone make a reel where they did a lot of flowers and a lot of grass straws, or if it was some field or something. And yeah, and I think on their homepage it is for acrylics, not necessarily watercolor. So I might just use them for my bigger paintings, which I do in acrylics. It's really relaxing using these liners. And they came in different sizes. I think this was the smallest. The smallest is number 1. And those lines, or is this number 2? Maybe this is number 2. I think there was an even smaller one. I think this is the smallest one. And the lines are so delicate. So here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it was 5. And this is the bigger one. This is the big. They came in the set of 4. They have a set with 6. And this is the size 20. I might use these if I make bigger watercolor paintings, like size A2 or A3. For the smaller sizes, I tend to grab smaller brushes. But even with this big brush, you can still make a lot of very fine lines. The tip is very bouncy. So I hope this shows a bit the properties. I think they're nice. I would love if they maybe had these kind of brushes that are completely synthetic. I am I'm more drawn to synthetic brushes than natural hair, because I think that it's yeah, I mean it's just preference. But I really like them. This is how the box looked like. And yeah, if you want to try them, Don't forget to use the code so you will get it a bit cheaper. These are the paintings, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.